everyone, it's Sandy Chong here from the Australian Hairdressing Council. We're going to chat today with Brayden from your Salon support. Now, I think we'd all agree that owning a business we thought could have been a lot easier if we could just cut hair, style hair, and make our clients beautiful and not have to worry about all the other hats that we have to wear when we run a business. And one of those hats is actually understanding that there's a digital space here that we really must do better than just sort of being ordinary. How do we promote our salons? How do we promote our brand? And how do we do that well when we're really good at doing hair, but we have to run our business? So we're going to have a chat to Brayden, because what he does and what he support that he does for salons is pretty amazing. So welcome, Brayden. Thank you for having a chat with the AHC. I've already had a chat with you and I love what you're doing and the fact that you can help so many salons out there to do all their digitalisation so much better than what they're doing now. So I'll ask you, with your salon support, what is it that's different about you? What is it that you actually do?
Firstly, thank you so much for a lovely introduction, Sandy, and thank you to listeners, viewers, wherever you're watching or listening to this. Thank you for having me on. It's a great question, Sandy. So your salon support is essentially a partner for salons. That's how we can think about it, a digital partner. Effectively, what we aim to do is provide salons, hairdressers, and business owners with new ways to reach more revenue and pull in new clients, as well as reclaim their time. We do all of this through taking some of the digital tasks that maybe you're doing and is eating up maybe an hour or two that you're staying back at the end of the day to send out emails, check inventory, post on social media, write blogs, all of these things that are eating up your time and taking your focus away from your clients. You can outsource all of that to us. We also build out your website. We make sure your website is modern, it's high performing, and it's really converting new clients that are looking you up online and putting them into chairs in your salon.
So that's really interesting that you talk about website, because I'm someone that looks at so many websites and there's some really great ones out there and there's some terrible ones, like, let's be honest.
Yes, there are terrible ones.
I know, because I think a lot of salons concentrate maybe on their social media, and even that I think, would be good to talk about, some of the do's and don'ts. But when we look at our website, I think that there's not a lot of really good investment or time or thought put into a great website. So, when we look at websites and SEOs, do you want to just quickly explain what an SEO is? Should I have one?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So SEO stands for search engine optimization. And we can think about this as how people find you online. When we are, sorry, I'm just getting a call. When we are looking people and salons online, we are typing into Google, we are maybe going on Google Images and looking for hair color references. All of this is how people are finding your business, particularly Google My Business. So how we optimize all that is by adding special keywords across our website and into image names. And by adding these keywords in, you're telling Google, hey, when people search for blonde hair transformations, I want you to show my image of a blonde hair transformation from my website. So then when people click on that image, hey, presto, they're on your website. And this is where the website piece comes in. If you've got a really beautiful, sleek looking website with a lot of really beautiful video or social media imagery, those people are probably going to convert and book in with you, or at the very least reach out to you. And that's where SEO is really powerful.
So do you think that that most salons or salons should have a website? I mean, I always had a website with my business, and it wasn't a lot of pages. I think, I commented to you before we started recording, one of my pet hates is when you can't find someone's phone number or their address, but there's a lot of text on everything else, but I just need to give you a call. So what are some of the do's and don'ts, for instance, with the website? And then I want to go back to the SEO, because I think a lot don't understand the value of SEO. And
Absolutely.
so just quickly then, what's a do and don't for a good website?
Sure. Number one do for me, and this is something that we always instill with all of our clients, is videos on the website. There's a reason why Reels, for example, are so popular on TikTok and Instagram. It's because people like to consume videos. So when we're putting videos of our space, or we're putting videos of our work or our team in action, that's really powerful to even an existing customer or potentially a new customer. It's what converts them. So having videos on your website as some of the first things that people see, it really conveys more than words can, right? They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So a video is 10 times that.
Wow. And sorry, go on.
And then just for a don't, I personally would say long bodies of text. Text is really important for SEO. It's true. We want lots of text on the website, but when it's one big gigantic paragraph, that is a big design no-no for me. We like to break them up into much smaller blocks and scatter them around the page.
Yeah, and I think that visually looks so much nicer too if it's around instead of this long, like you have to scroll down forever. And I actually think no one reads it. They just
except for Google.
Exactly. Well, going back to the SEOs, like how much does that cost? How do you what do you do? How do I get an SEO? How does this work?
For sure. Yeah. So SEO, it begins by first and foremost choosing what keywords we want to target. And these keywords are the main words that people are searching for. And you can think of keywords as maybe like picking a staff member, right? It's really important that we get the right one for what the business wants to achieve. From there, we put all of those keywords inside image names across the website, across the text that we just spoke about. And then we continue to update that over a long period of time. The main thing with SEO is that it's not a one-off. You don't just do it once. It's a continuous process. How we think about email newsletters, for example, we know that we need to typically send an email out at least once a month. SEO can be the same thing. We can write blogs once a month to kind of keep you fresh. Google loves to be updated. So by providing a new blog every month, that satiates Google. In terms of cost, it just really depends on the effort that we put in. So Your Salon Support has content creation packages, which includes just blogs, and it scales up from there all the way into really, really advanced SEO packages. So there's something for everyone, really.
Yeah, wow, because not everyone's got time to write blogs. And
exactly.
It sounds like which words are going to be really important for that SEO to really work and be a benefit to the business, yeah?
Correct. And it's also, every business has a unique selling proposition, and every business has something that they want to push. And so the words that we choose have to really tie into what the business wants to amplify across to all of their potential customers. Come to us because this is what makes us different. And so your blogs, your copy on your website, everything needs to all kind of ladder up to that one message that the business wants to communicate.
Okay. And so if we were to look at the industry, we're very social media. And as I said, well, there's not a lot of really great websites out there. Let's be honest, there's probably a handful that are excellent. And I think often they might get developed, but they're not updated. And so besides the videos and also adding, information, but keeping it in, small blocks rather than, a whole lot of text. So, if we're looking at updating our websites and looking at the industry that's very social media driven, what are your thoughts on for a salon owner that is just not sure if they want to invest in digital, what would be your advice to them? Because for me, I think they'd be missing out.
Yes, absolutely. completely agree. You would be missing out. And I only say that because we're now in 2024 and we've seen how much, digital has amplified and grown so much, particularly over the last 5 years. And we're just getting started, really. And for the hair industry more broadly, it hasn't been overtly penetrated by digital too much. So there's so much opportunity for people to get ahead of maybe their competitors by using digital. When we look at some of Australia's highest performing salons, I think the difference between them and any other business in Australia that they're using digital. They have a digital strategy. They're using social media as a tool, but they're also keeping their community engaged with frequent email updates. They're keeping their lead or new client acquisition fresh by posting new blogs. They recognize that many different digital channels is how we keep our business revenue healthy and stable in the times that maybe there's a dip in like post-Christmas, for example.
And I think you said the key thing there is they have a strategy. And, I think if we were honest and we look at our industry, as I said, we're great at doing hair, but when it comes to really doing a good job and having a great digital platforms for our business, we don't have a strategy, and probably the marketing is more reactive versus having a really great plan. I think this is more where you come in, where your salon support could really help, a salon owner, not just with their branding, but everything else where it comes to everything digital, in tying it all together and doing something that we simply just don't have time to do when we're too busy working in our
Absolutely.
So I think some salons are trying to do it. Some well, some badly, some I just don't have time. It's a bit random. Whereas you sound like you tie it all together for a salon with your business, and that you'll be able to support that salon on a digital platform so much better than what they'll be doing. So if our members, or if the industry, of course, wants to contact you, it's yoursalonsupport.com. We will make sure that we've got a link to your salon support also, on this platform, on on our website, and also, on this podcast, as well as on this video. We'll make sure that everyone knows where to find you, because I can see that what you're offering our industry is incredibly valuable, because it's what we don't do well. We try to, but we probably don't do well. So thanks for your time, but I'd really love to get you back and break down just a few more of those things, because I think marketing is, it's a lot more complex than what we actually realize. Doing branding well there's a real skill to it, and this is something that you do as well. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah. And please come back.
I will. It's been so lovely to be here. Thank you so much for having me again. And yes, can't wait for this to be continued.
Thanks heaps, Brayden.